Joined now on the broadcast by St. John Sea Dogs 20-year-old forward Liam Leonard. Liam, what are your thoughts on the start to the season thus far for St. John?
The start was a little bit slow. We had some bad habits we had to get rid of. We're still working on them to this day. We're getting better every day. The pace is starting to come up now. We're starting to look better. Right now we're on a 3-game win streak. It's a lot more fun. It's a better atmosphere around the room, and hopefully we can continue this throughout the week and keep the streak going and jump up in the standings. We're working together much better. I'm really happy about that because we got a great group of guys here. We got a team that could do great things, so hopefully we keep getting better every day. Right now it's a lot of fun winning games. We're finally doing what we're supposed to be doing.
I'd like to ask about players' path to the QMJHL, and you decided to go away to Bishop's College, and it seems like you had always wanted to go away to play hockey. Tell us about that decision.
I wanted to go away ever since I was in grade 8. I wanted to leave home at grade 9, but unfortunately I was a little bit too young. I ended up leaving in grade 10, going to Bishop's, and then that year I got drafted to Quebec, and I didn't make it that year, so I decided to just go home for a year and play for Tri-Pen. Unfortunately, the following year, I never really cracked Quebec's roster again. I ended up getting a trade at Christmas of my 17 year. Played in Edmonton that year, played a few games in Bathurst. They were a pretty good team that year, win the Mem Cup. Wasn't a whole lot of room. Stayed in Edmonton, developed, had a really good year there, played lots. We won, and it was really fun. Then I finally made the jump in Bathurst at 18 and got to play for Mario DeRoche, who gave me a very good shot. He gave me lots of opportunity. I was very thankful to start my career in Bathurst, and I've enjoyed every step of the way. You do miss home at times, but it's really fun being away and playing a league like this. It's such a privilege. I'm happy where it's taken me, and I can't wait to see where it'll take me in the future.
You hit on winning a league title with Edmonton at 17 in their first year in the league. Tremendous support, rivaling some Q teams. Tell us what the atmosphere was like during that playoff run.
It was so special. Most games during the season were sold out. There was only one game I really remember where there wasn't a huge crowd, and that was on a Wednesday night. The support in Edmonton from the fans was incredible. It was such an awesome year there. I actually ended up in a billet house with some people from Newfoundland who were awesome people. It's really cool getting to live with them, and the fans were crazy there. We beat Yarmouth in Game 6, and we flew there, and when we flew back, we got back around 1 a.m., and there was hundreds of people just waiting for us outside the rink entrance in Edmonton. It was incredible.
You mentioned playing in Bathurst. You briefly had the chance to play with Shawn Element. Tell us about playing with him, how impressive he was to practice with, and also decorating smile cookies with him.
Yeah, no, I still talk to Shawn quite often. Actually, we're pretty good friends, and practicing with Shawn, it was great going to the rink with that guy. He's a true role model for the younger kids in this league, and he's a good guy to be the captain in Cape Breton. To this day, we're still pretty good friends, and we're talking over text and stuff.
You start in Bathurst, you get traded to Moncton, and now you're with St. John, the 3 New Brunswick teams. They all have pretty good rivalries with each other. Has that been different to adjust each time you go to a new place?
Yeah, especially myself. The way I play, it's kind of funny because you go to teams and you're after throwing some chirps at some guys and getting into some scraps with some guys, and then going to play on their team. It's a little bit awkward at first, but it hasn't been too bad, honestly, adjusting to it. Everyone's been very welcoming and very nice. It's actually kind of cool that I'm one of the only players to ever play on all the New Brunswick teams. It's been fun. I'm finishing on off in St. John now, and it's an awesome organization. I'm lucky that I got a spot here as an overager. It's something I've been working towards, and I really enjoy my time here.
You are an active guy on Twitter. See a number of retweets from Frankie McDonald, one of Cape Breton's favorites. What do you like about Frankie?
Frankie brings a smile to my face. He's a funny guy. Me and my friend from back home, Brendan McCarthy, we're always seeing Frankie's posts and we're sending them back and forth to each other. He's just a really funny guy and brings joy to your day when you see Frankie pop up on Twitter.
I don't know if this was one of the highlights of your summer, but you have to tell me about Greel's Meals. Explain to people what that was.
Robert's a friend from back home. Grew up with him, went through minor hockey. He's a little bit older than me, but been around the rink a lot with Robert. And as a hometown kid, coming from the same town, he wanted to have someone from home on his podcast, so he brought me on there, and we picked something from different fast food restaurants and made a meal, and then we filmed a podcast. It was actually pretty fun.
For the record, I don't anticipate Liam will be doing this in season, but off season, something like that's probably okay. We always ask the questions to the overagers. Do you think about what's coming next season, or are you just focused on the here and now?
Now I'm focused on my game every day. It does creep into my mind every now and then, but I'm not too worried about it right now. I've been having a pretty good start to my season so far. I know that if I keep working hard like I've been doing this season, something will come up somewhere, I guess, but hopefully I'll be able to play pro somewhere. I think I definitely got the speed and the size to do it, but you never know. If not, go to university somewhere, which would also be a great option. I guess I'd like to know before the end of the season what I'm doing. Before you know it, it's all over.
For someone who hadn't seen you play before, how would you describe Liam Leonard as a player?
I like to consider myself a gritty player, two-way forward, playing both ends of the ice. You can depend on defensively. Good size, good speed, physical, PK guy. Mostly say a fast physical player. Plays both ends of the ice pretty well. He uses his size to create space and stuff.
Fans in St. John will look forward to seeing that the rest of the season. Best of luck, Liam. Thanks for this.
All right, thank you.
That's Liam Leonard, forward for the St. John Sea Dogs, joining us at the intermission. You're listening to McDonald Auto Hub, Cape Breton Eagles Hockey, 1270 CJCB.